Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and appreciated. Alright, I want to take you through the speech of the new Ghanaian president. Okay, it's been in the news that Ghana's new president, John Mahama, apologizes to Ibrahim Traore and the whole Sahel on behalf of the outgoing president, Nana Akufo-Addo. There have been a lot of, issues surrounding Akufo-Addo, especially when it comes to betraying the motherland. There is a clip that I brought to you here, how he was sitting down snitching on Ibrahim Traore and the Sahel leaders.
So, Mr. Secretary, thank you very much. Today, Russian mercenaries are on our northern border. Burkina Faso has now entered into an arrangement to go along with Mali in employing the Wagner forces there. Prime Minister of Burkina Faso in the last 10 days has been in Moscow. And to have them operating on our northern border is particularly distressing for us in Ghana. We really like to have a privileged opportunity to talk about its implications, to what extent we can have you as a partner in confronting these threats. And therefore it's important that we bring that matter to your notice and see to what extent we can engage you as a reliable partner in the pushback of those forces.
And there is this, I don't know, a little hurdle he caused on the internet, and not maybe outside the internet, between Ghana and Burkina Faso, the shared territory. And you see where he was asking these delegates from the United States to come help them deal with the Sahel. And it was funny and annoying at the same time, because you see a brother who should be protecting a brother sitting with the enemy and trying to, work with the enemy to deal with his own brother. Is unfortunate. And when we talked about forces that were fighting the Sahel, forces that Europe and America used to fight the Sahel, Nana Akufo-Addo is one of them, and aka Jagaban Tinubu is also one of them, and others who are also playing behind these two significant figures who are truly against the Sahel freedom fighters. So there is a speech of this new Ghanaian president going around, how he is trying to see that that little gap that has been created because of misunderstanding, he's seeing to it that he tried to create some agreement, he tried to create some peace. He tried to create some brotherly connection again, because that ties was severed because of the behaviors of Nana Akufo-Addo, who is somewhat a puppet, or who is a puppet to the Western bodies. So let's listen to his speeches, and we take it up from there, Your Majesties.
We know what is happening in Burkina Faso. Indeed, we should be working closer with our comrades in Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, this government has created some tension between us and Burkina Faso because our president went and opened his mouth too wide. You saw the video. He went and was doing concern about your neighbor. We all are here. We are suffering. America called you small, and you are so excited, and then your neighbor, you are doing concern about him. And so it has created some diplomatic tension. He went there, went and apologized, but still it's not the best. So when government changes, we have to go and talk to our neighbors, because we must work together.
Yep.
Ghana has had long-standing relations with all the agencies, and having been president before, I know the kind of work we did together. We need you more than ever before because of the crisis this country is going through. And I've had the opportunity to meet some of you, even during the campaign and before the election. And I've expressed, how I want us to work even closer together to see how we can put Ghana back on its feet. Of course, we all know that Ghana is very important in the geopolitics of West Africa and Africa in terms of upholding democracy and being a model, of peace and security. And it's something that we want to restore as quickly as possible. And so we look forward to working with you, looking at the existing programs, and we need to tweak them to meet the realities of today to do so. I believe we've had discussions with the World Bank and the IMF already, and we look to an early engagement so that we can continue to be on the same wavelength. Of course, in the campaign, several, promises been made, and we need to look at what the reality is in terms of sitting together and seeing what the way forward is. Of course, one of our main concerns, and I think we've expressed it to you several times, is the issue of the humps in the debt repayments, and it's something we need to see how we can smooth it so that we don't default again. That would be more catastrophic than this current default. Aside from that, we know that in the last family season, the rainfall pattern was very erratic. And so we're anticipating that there's going to be some problem with availability of food. And so how we're able to kick in supports to ameliorate the situation is something that we would like to work on. With all the other agencies, UNICEF, UNHCR and all that, we are happy to continue to engage and see how we can strengthen and even uplift the cooperation and the work that we do together. I don't kid myself that it's going to be an easy task. It's going to be quite tough. And I anticipated that we're going to win. But I didn't anticipate the margin by which we're going to win. And that is an indication, like I said yesterday, that Ghanaians have a very high expectation. And so managing that expectation and trying to work as quickly as possible to meet those expectations is something that our team has to look at. We run on the campaign of resetting the nation because we've been in this democratic space since 1992. And the time has come when we must look at some of the issues to do with our governance, our economic management and all that, the fight against corruption and all that, and see how we can lift all that to another level so that we continue to maintain the confidence and faith, especially of our youthful population. A lot of them are losing faith in the whole democratic thing because they think it's not working for them. It's not creating opportunities for them. So those are all things that we need to look at. We're happy we have our first female vice president. She's not only open the door, but she's going to keep the door open so that others can follow in her footsteps. Happily, this last parliament has passed the affirmative action law. And so we're going to abide by it. Even in the run-up to the campaign, we made a promise that we're going to reserve 30% of appointments for women.
All right, Majesties, you heard all that. Like he said, detention was actually created, right? Because I never knew that Akufo-Addo would go after those speeches of his, that meeting he had with delegates from the United States. He will go to the Sahel to go apologize for what he said. Anyway, like the new president said, even if Nana Akufo-Addo had gone to apologize in person to the Sahel freedom fighters, that he also need to do some more work, okay, to cover up some of the ditches that was created between the both region, that's the Sahel and Ghana, of course, Burkina Faso and Ghana. And the prayer is that things work out for good and the differences are cleared out with this new leadership of John Mahama, and things work out better for Burkina Faso and Ghana because of course they're sharing borders. And that is why I keep saying it, that if we do not watch our backs, there's no one else who is coming to to do that for us as Africans, as melanated people. And it's unfortunate that we are the ones that always snitch on each other. We are the ones that always try to see our brother fall, because what Nana Akufo-Addo did was not I don't see why he went to sit down with some group of people, with obviously the enemy. He went and sat down with the enemy and began to say things about his brother that he should have tell his brother directly to his face. Okay, if he feels that what his brother is doing is wrong, he should have told him, than going behind to see, these people always laugh at us. That is what I always tell you here, that the more we keep doing this to each other, they keep laughing at us. It's not just Nana Akufo-Addo who has this character. It's something that is seen in the melanated community. We are quick at snitching on ourselves. We are quick at selling our brothers and sisters. We are quick at defaming the name of our brothers and sisters, just because we want favors, just because we want colonial masters to see us as people who are loyal. You see, just like, oh my, that site was funny anyway. And you leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'm gonna see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties. Bye for now.